This video discusses the bipartisan Social Security Rescue Plan currently being discussed in Congress. Coming up next on Holy Schmidt.
Holy Schmidt!
This one-page document called the Time to Rescue United States Trusts Act was introduced, or should I say reintroduced, by Mitt Romney on April 15th, 2021. The purpose of the act is to come up with legislation to fix 4 different trusts associated with Social Security. This video is going to discuss what's going on and how that may affect you in the future. By the way, if you'd like to read about it yourself, I'll put a link in the description to the government website, and it will take you directly to this one-page document. Before we begin, please make sure you click subscribe and notifications so that you get alerted the next time I post a video. Social Security is moving fast now, and I want to make sure that you get alerted the next time I post a video. Currently, there are 4 trusts associated with Social Security that are what are called at risk. The Social Security Old Age and Survivor Insurance Trust Fund, commonly known as Social Security and Survivor Benefits, the Social Security Disability Insurance Trust Fund, Medicare's Hospital Insurance Trust Fund, and the Highway Trust Fund. The legislation being discussed would create 4 rescue committees, the purpose of which is for these committees to come up with a proposal to fix their specific fund. Each committee has a mandate to do 3 different things. The first is to come up with draft language to fix the fund that they're responsible for shepherding through. Second, propose the language to Congress for review, comment, and negotiation. And third, shepherd the language through the bill process and up to the president for his signature. They would have 180 days to complete step 1, draft language to be proposed for legislation. First, a couple of points worth noting. In order for a trust fund to be fixed, one of 2 things has to happen. They either need to increase taxes or cut benefits, or both. It's simple money math. In order to pay $1 out, you need to take $1 in. So by increasing taxes, i.e. taking more in, you can pay more out. Conversely, by cutting the benefits, you're fixing the problem by paying less to those that are receiving the benefits. Second, the 180-day period means that the committee members must either put a proposal forward or come back and tell everyone that they need to shelve it and reapproach it at a later time. More time is not really an option given that the trust is due to expire between 2032 and 2035, depending on who you ask. So if the Trust Act is put forward, there's a very real chance that language will come back that will be put up to the president for his signature. Now let me engage in a little bit of rumor squashing, but before I do, please make sure you like this video. YouTube uses the number of likes for its algorithm to drive a video up in the search results, and I want to help as many people as possible. Now back to the video. What about the notion that the US government raided the Social Security Trust Fund, and to fix the problem, they simply need to pay that money back? That point comes up a lot in the comment section here on Holy Schmidt, but it's hard to respond in a comment that the person making the comment is both absolutely right, but also misses the mark in terms of the inference that they're trying to make. Let me explain. Currently, there is $2.9 trillion in the Social Security Trust Fund. The fund documents say that the government must invest this money so that the amount doesn't dwindle due to inflation and other factors as well. What does the US government invest in? US government bonds. These bonds have an interest rate and they have a repayment date. In 2018, for example, the US government paid the Social Security Trust $83 billion in interest, and that money went directly to benefits paid out to Social Security recipients. So in truth, yes, the US government has borrowed from the trust, but every dollar is accounted for and repaid when the bonds mature, just like any other government bond. Don't get me wrong, the government, not the retirees, are responsible for fixing this problem, and the point is, it should have been fixed decades ago, but it hasn't been. The last time there was a significant change to Social Security was almost 40 years ago in 1983. A lot's happened since 1983. The problem that we're facing into comes from stagnant growth in the population of the U.S. and the fact that retirees are living longer, not from the fact that the U.S. government is raiding the Social Security coffers. There are more retirees living longer and less people in the workforce paying less than was contemplated back in 1983, to put it simply. The other point to make is that when the trust is depleted, this means that there are no reserves, not that Social Security is canceled. If nothing gets done, and I would say that's highly unlikely, Social Security will still pay $1 out for every dollar that comes in, and that equates to about 79% of the current levels of Social Security. That's a bad outcome, no doubt, but it's not zero. And I would say it's highly unlikely as well. So what happens next? Well, first, these are just words on a single sheet of paper. Committees need to be formed and people need to get together and start to have the discussion. Once there's enough discussion, legislation will be drafted, a bill will be put forward to Congress, and then on to the President for his signature. Given the current environment, there's a reasonable chance that something is going to get done, and most likely get timed with changes in tax law. Interesting times ahead. If you like this video and you'd like to see more of me, please make sure you click subscribe to notifications so that you get alerted the next time I post a video. Also, to get my free copy of the Retirement Ready Checklist, go to holyschmidt.com/checklist. Finally, check out this video on what happens to your Social Security if you retire in your 50s. This is Jeff Schmidt. Thanks for watching.